Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. When I last left you guys, we were in the middle of Chapter 20, dealing with a slurry of monsters. We took out one of the two bosses already. He wasn't really that much of a threat, considering we've already killed him. And now we went and killed him again. I guess he wasn't actually dead the first time, but the fact that he was able to retreat from such a nasty beat stick tells me that he really honestly, he was dead inside, let's be honest. When you get wrecked that hard, you're just done. Again, not sure why I brought Relic, but that's okay. So, we're going to clear out this, hopefully what's one of the last swaths of dudes here and move on. I had to pull out Cormag and Tana from getting wrecked by potentially a Draco zombie, even though, again, I don't think he moves. If my memory serves, he does not, because then he would move off the gate, and your goal is to seize it, so that'd be a little bit ridiculous. But I'm just taking some precautions. I'd really hate to have to restart after being this far in. And again, really thankful I put that Philly shield on Mer, since now she's untouchable by everything, including bows. That would have been her one weakness. I guess technically she'd still be vulnerable to the likes of dragon slaying weapons, so like the dragon axe or dragon spear, that kind of a deal, worm slayer. But, oh geez, we got some Moguls pop out of nowhere. That's fine. I don't really care. We're going to go ahead and get Cormag down here. He's cured of poison now. And we're actually going to have Cormag drop Tana somewhere where Lute can still reach her and heal her. So we'll put him right here. And we'll drop Tana off right next to him. And Tana could do with a quick heal, so we'll get Lute to top her off as well. 40 hit points for Tana is really good. I don't even think I had to give her an angelic robe or anything. Alright, so we got Jerkwad McGorgon over here that I don't want to deal with. But we'll park Gilliam right in front of that cave entrance in case anything pops out of it. And swipe at this guy with a giant sword, as is tradition. And we'll let the rest of my units have some fun here. We'll go ahead and silver bow this guy out of existence. I did give Nate, by the way, I did use the remainder of my stat boosting items that I had saved up. I had an energy ring, a speed wing, that goddess icon I just stole, and a dragon shield. I'm pretty sure I gave most of them to Naomi. She needed a little bit of a boost, particularly in the strength and speed department, so now she's pretty much up to par now. Again, another very flat stat line from her, but you know what? It's not a bad thing to have a flat stat line like that. When they're all good numbers, when they're all workable numbers, it's certainly not a bad thing. Completely unnecessary critical hit on that guy. We'll get Mer to contend with... You know what? How far can Tethys move? I can probably... No, can't quite do it. Bummer. I was going to say, can I get Mer over to that Gorgon before it has a chance to do anything? Because that would be hilarious, but nope, sadly I don't think I can. We'll send her up here to handle these schmucks instead. Silly flying death goyles of, well, death, I guess. And there's a crit from the Fire Breath of awesome. And that puts Mer at what, level 16? 15, sorry. Boom. Loving it. Alright, and then we can bring in La Rochelle to deal with some more silly dudes. Now, I don't mind if they go for her, because they'll have a really hard time doing anything to her. I might just let her loose, if I'm being totally honest. I let Mer loose already, and she's sweeping up. I bet you if I let La Rochelle loose, she'd mop up just as well. Okay, maybe not just as well, considering Mer's got effective damage on everything on this map, but... including Morva, by the way. Which is going to be incredibly awkward if I decide to have them fight, but sometimes you do what you got to do. Why don't we have Molder Dan? Did I give him the Hoplon Guard like I meant to? I don't think I did. He really does need the thing, unfortunately. But I did give him the Goddess Icon too, so he's got 6 luck now instead of 4. Still not spectacular, but it's better than not having enough. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh! Yay! Get away from her. Hey, she levels up! Nice. Good timing. And of course we have silly death goyles continuing to harass our flying units with very little success on their part, because Cormag is absolutely obliterating everything that comes near him. Except maybe those Moguls. He can't retaliate against them from distance, but that doesn't mean he's gonna have a hard time killing them. Or a hard time dealing with them, considering they're probably really weak at this point, being unpromoted monster units, although he does very little resistance too, so could go either way. That's a Sword Slayer! Thankfully, I'm not using a sword right now, so he doesn't have triangle advantage, and he missed, so that's one advantage. Man, these sword-slaying Malduins are not fun. I could hang on to that, honestly. You know what? I think I will. You don't get very many Sword Slayers throughout the course of this game, so I'm happy to take ones where I can get them. They're incredibly valuable. Especially if you're doing something like the Link Arena in this game, which I don't know if... I guess there's very little likelihood of anybody doing that nowadays, but having a Sword Slayer, if anybody's running a hero or a Swordmaster or Erica, they're just going to get immediately insta-wrecked by a Sword Slayer from anybody with a competent strength stat. Because not only does it reverse the triangle doubly effectively and have a high hit rate, but it hits like a truck and it's super effective against them. Oh, here we go. Not using the stone, huh? Just going full Demon Surge on Gilliam here. Ow. Alright, that didn't feel too good. Demon Surge is a little nasty sometimes, but that's okay. Have you seen the Crimson Eye yet from the Archmoguls too? I don't know if anybody's used that on me yet. Demon Surge is not necessarily exclusive to Gorgons. I think the Archmoguls can have it too. The Crimson Eye is unique to Moguls, obviously, and both of them can have Shadow Shot, as we see this guy over here does. So we're going to have to contend with that nonsense. Let's say we slay this gargoyle with some light magic with our Slayer skill. Because bishops are ridiculously good in this game. Arguably one of the best classes in Sacred Stone, simply because they have the ability to utterly decimate monster units with very little effort. And finally, Molder looking like a bishop with some halfway decent resistance here. Still not anywhere near what it should be, but... Alright, now we're going to have Merge just disable this Gorgon. I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't like Gorgons. So, out you go. Is that where Gorgonzola cheese comes from? No, never mind. Oh man, now I'm thinking about cheese, and now it's making me hungry. I do like cheese, by the way. I don't. It's kind of that's not a controversial opinion, right? Everybody loves cheese. Cheese is the best, unless you're like lactose intolerant, I guess. In which case, I'm very sorry. But come on, even people who are lactose intolerant love cheese. I've got a friend who's lactose intolerant. He still eats cheese all the time, and drinks milk for that point. It's like, you know, you're just wishing destruction upon yourself. But let's be honest, it's totally worth it because milk and cheese are delicious. Alright, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just kind of set her loose a little bit and see what she does to people. I've got that hammer and staff on hand for in case anybody needs it. Let's let Naomi take out this Mogul with her bow. I want to get her into Nidhogg territory, if I can at all help it. Might take some effort, but in fact, how close is she right now? She's not even halfway there. That might be a while. That's okay. She doesn't necessarily need to be there, but eventually she will be, and that's the important thing. We'll sick Mr. Ross up in here. I'll have Garrick run interference for Naomi, who does not want to get hit at melee when she's got a bow equipped. And I'll dance for Molder, I suppose, so he can catch up with the rest of the group. Does anybody need healing? I don't think they do. I guess Gilliam could do with a little bit since he got Demon Surged a minute ago, but we'll top off Mer just for the sake of it. Already almost tripled her initial starting hit points, which she may very well might do before she's capped out at any rate. Alright, Draco Zombie, not really a threat right now. We'll just Silver Lance this sucker to death. Oh, that's an Archmogul. No, maybe it's not. It's a regular one. Yeah, it is a regular one. The colorizing was what was confusing me there. Sadly, Lute is not quite in range to decimate that silly Death Goyle, but That's okay. We'll let our flying guys have their time in the sun here. I could theoretically just put loot over the mountains down here, and she could get there quicker that way, probably. In fact, yeah, I'll have her do that. I'll have her go down that way and cross the mountains. Since she is capable of doing that. Cavalry could not do that, for example. They cannot cross mountains in this game. And no unit other than a flying unit can cross those dense thickets. Nothing can occupy those except flying units. It's going to be level 17 for our adorable dragon girl. And they continue to try to come after her, it looks like. Much to their own detriment. Another halberd Melduin, jeez. You guys are starting to annoy me with your sword slayers and your halberds. I really should be checking to make sure that they don't have these kinds of weapons before I charge into battle. That would be the intelligent thing to do. More magic, more speed, more luck, and some extra HP. Why not? I'll take it. And this silly Mogul is going to go for Garrick. Again, much to his own detriment. But hey, I don't tell them what to do. They are equally free to destroy themselves upon my face as they choose. This guy gets in melee range, which is what you don't want to do against Garrick. I wouldn't be amazed if that other one did it too, but apparently he's got a brain inside that eyeball somewhere. Well, I haven't seen a move yet. Oh, he goes for Franz of all people. Oh, because Franz has pitiful resistance, that's right. Ow. Okay, well, that wasn't nice. Not that he's going to live to regret it or anything, but... It is interesting that Myr retains her dragon wings while she's in humanoid form. Most other Monarchites in this franchise do not do that. In fact, I don't think any of them do. Like, Tiki does not do that, and Faye does not do that from Binding Blade. Yeah, none of them do. Except Myr. For some reason, Myr retains her wings while she's not a dragon. Not in dragon form, I should say. So that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why that is exactly, but I'm not going to complain. It allows her to be very effective at what she does. Which is being able to fly. Because most other dragon units, by the way, don't get to fly. Which is... You'd think that'd be weird, right? Like, but most other Monarchites don't have the ability to fly over things. Tiki doesn't get to do it. Noe doesn't get to do it from Awakening. I don't think Faye does. So yeah, interesting concept, the ability to fly while you're not actually a dragon. Speaking of, we're just going to have her wreck this guy. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm probably going to use Myr to take care of Morva just because he's going to be a big pain. And Myr will be able to adequately contend with him. Alright, how close is Tethys? Close enough. We're going to have La Rochelle move in. Take out this silly Mogul here. And then I'm going to let her loose in that party of whites. Who, by all accounts, will not have any ability to hit her whatsoever. Especially if I park her in a forest or something. Then she may as well be invincible. So yeah, we'll get Tethys down here to dance for her. That Cyclops might have a go at her, but... Let's make sure none of these guys have, like, stupid... horse-killing weapons. Nope, they do not. That Cyclops has that freaking tomahawk, though. That will not be fun to deal with. La Rochelle's only got 16 uses on her light magic tome left. I might have needed to bring her another one. Suppose I can borrow Molders if I really need to. Hopefully it won't be necessary. We'll see. There's only 6 of them there. Alright, and then we'll have Naomi pick off that Mogul because we can. Probably could have had her kill the Death Goyle instead, because that'd be super effective against him. But why don't we just have... Oh, who needs some experience? I think we'll let Franz go to town on this guy. With an axe. Because Great Knights with axes look super cool. I mentioned how much I like axes. I really like axes. I think they're the best weapon types to use. I mean, swords are cool too, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing like just pummeling someone to death with a giant battle axe. Super satisfying. Swords are neat too, but honestly, there's very little in the way of like medieval weaponry that I don't like. We're actually going to use Thunder because I want to get her Anima rank to S so she can use Excalibur. And she's not fighting Moguls anyway, so we don't really have to worry about triangle advantage here because she won't have one anyway. Who's left? There's a few people left, but we don't need to worry about them quite so much. That being said, Tethys is in range of getting steel-bladed, and I don't like that idea very much. I think she'll be fine, but yeah, she'll be alright. She can handle it. She's not going to get hit, and if she does, she can survive a hit, so we'll see how this goes with La Rochelle being up in front here. Nope. No dice for you. Yes, come on. Yep, 0% chance to hit because she's on a forest. That's exactly what I thought. And she's going to one-shot these poor suckers with that Shine Tome. Really glad I gave that to her. I was going to leave her with just Lightning because Shine technically does weigh her down by a couple of points, but there are no monsters that have very good speed except for the Moth Dukes, and there aren't any on this map, so we don't have to worry about that, really. I guess Gorgons have halfway passable speed, too. Not enough to double you, but enough to not get doubled some of the time. But because La Rochelle is amazing, it's not going to be a problem. She's practically capped speed at this point, so yeah, so far none of them have had any chance to hit her, which is hilarious. I don't think that Cyclops is going to be any different. In fact, I sincerely doubt it will be any different. Yes, come for me. Take a lightning bolt. Because lightning bolts are fun. Everyone loves lightning bolts, right? Everyone loves cheese. Everyone loves lightning bolts. I feel like that's not an uncommon stance to take. Nice 0% chance to hit with your Tomahawk, pal. Come on, crit this sucker. Nope, not quite. That would have been awesome, but I digress. And that's going to be, I believe, B rank with tomes now, right? If I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look. She started out with D, and I think she already leveled up her weapon rank once this chapter. That's going to be maxed out luck for La Rochelle at 30. That is utterly insane. Hey, another spear. I love those. That being said, her Shine Tome... Alright, no hit, no damage from Shadow Shot. Yeah, that's another great use for La Rochelle, is have her tank that Shadow Shot. Because it won't do anything to her. Alright, we are going to clean up the last of these silly monstrosities here. And I'm going to have Molder trade his Shine Tome to her so she has some more uses on it. Because hers is about to break, and I don't want that. A free steel blade. Don't mind if I do. In fact, why don't I have Molder give her the Shine Tome? I could mend up. No, I don't need to mend up anybody, really. So we will move over here. We'll give this Shine Tome to La Rochelle, and we will dance for her. And allow her to deal with silly Mr. Cyclops here. Sadly, I can't quite get close enough to that Mogul to kill him. I'll probably have to send a flying unit down there to do it. I could just have Mur go do it. Got an elixir. Sweet. Don't need that either. Yeah, I'll send Mur down there. Why not? Mur's not going to get hit by Shadow Shot either, so... these silly little death goyles could be an issue. Something of an issue, I should say. Let's make sure we're out of range of Shadow Shot here. As long as you're standing where Mur is or further back, you're not going to get Shadow Shot. I don't think that Mogul is going to move. In fact, I sincerely doubt he will, so... let's just go ahead and form up around here. Get a nice little phalanx situation going here. With Rennick, because reasons. And what does this Gorgon have? I didn't bother to look. She's got stone as well. So I'm going to need to be wary of that just a little bit. I don't want to get hit by that. We'll park loot right here. I suppose if I need to have someone evac her to get to her to safety, I can do that. Alright, don't stand on the force because you'll get shot at by a bow, which we don't want. So we'll just have them two park right there. And what is Franz currently holding? A steel axe. He'll be fine. That white's going to go for La Rochelle, probably. Yep. With a killing edge and a 2 damage and a 2% crit because her luck is 30. Utterly insane, by the way. 30 luck. What do you do with that? Not get crit. That's what you do. That effectively negates the critical hit bonus of a killing edge. Because it has 30 crit, having 30 luck completely negates that. That's hysterical. And I think... No, never mind. Ivaldi gives her extra defense. I thought it gave her extra luck. That would be ridiculous. Having a 35 luck La Rochelle, she doesn't even need the Hoplon Guard. She's never getting crit. Maybe by a Swordmaster, but even then it wouldn't be very powerful. These guys are going to break themselves upon... Oh, an Axe Reaver, you say. Something tells me Ross doesn't care. Nope, he does not. Does not care about your silly Axe Reaver in the slightest. Oh, a longbow. You jerk. I hate longbows. And then there's the Arc Mogul wasting his Shadow Shot yet again on La Rochelle here. Remember when I said she's one of the best units in the game? I totally meant that. She's maybe not the best unit in the game, but holy smokes is she ever awesome. For a number of different reasons. Having 30 luck is good for any unit, honestly. Not only does that contribute to your ability to not get critically hit, but it gives you extra dodge and gives you extra hit on top of what you already have, so... Let's go ahead and nuke these silly Moguls because we can. And they have just enough hit points for me to get some extra weapon XP. Because I get to hit them twice. I think it's very appropriate that I use light magic on La Rochelle, because then she gets to use the Sacred Twin Relic of her country, the Ivaldi Tome. If I'd given her Anima, that just wouldn't have made any sense. Not in my opinion. I like the idea of her using light magic anyway. I'm very fond of light magic. I don't know what it is. I like it. It's not that I think Anima's bad, because it's not. Let's put it that way. Anima straight up just is usually better than light magic, but I just like light magic so much. It's so useful. Even if it is a little heavier to use than most Anima tomes. Mostly because of the extra crit rate. I just realized she's level 11. Holy crud. I probably just need to lay off on her for a little bit. She's going to be way outclassing everybody else. Yep, she did reach B in light magic. And she has capped her luck. She is, I think, 2 points off from capping speed and 1 point off from capping resistance. Her magic has a little bit way to go. I think she caps at 25 magic and 24 skill. So she has a little way to go with both of those. But yeah, look at this. This is utterly ridiculous. Anyway, let's contend with Mr. Deathgoyle here. Because I don't like his face. Actually, I'm going to put Myrrh down toward the Mogul so I can kill him next turn. We'll let somebody else deal with the Deathgoyle. In fact, Mulder can't because I took his Light Tome away. Let's let Naomi do it. Because she has the bow powers. The power of bow. The power of bow and arrow. Which, as we all know, things with wings are not fans of the power of the bow. Alright, so let's see if we can get loot in to take care of these Diolios without getting stonified in the process. She's sitting on a mountain, so her dodge ability is going to go up substantially, but I think stone... No, stone is a staff. She's not going to have disadvantage against that. I thought it might count as dark magic, but that is not what it does, so... Alright, she should be okay. She can't retaliate against the stone from distance because it has a range of 3, but... Alright, once the Shadow Shot guy's cleared out next turn, we'll move the rest of our team forward. I just don't want anybody getting hit by that because it's going to hurt really, really badly. For some people, more than others, probably, but... Alright, that's one white down. Really hoping she hits S rank in Anima Tomes. There we go, some speed, some more magic. Let's let the other guy come after her first. Oh, nice! More Moguls for me to kill. And we'll wreck that silly dude. Not getting a lot of XP from unpromoted enemies, obviously, at this point, but, I mean, hey. Oh, yeah, she's not getting hit. 13%? Come on. Actually, there is an advantage. That is technically treated as a dark staff, apparently. Actually, it can't be a staff because you can retaliate with stone, too, so it is dark magic. It just, it doesn't actually do damage. And Murr's like, nope, on your shadow shot. Not that she would have cared if she'd gotten hit by it anyway. More death goyles. Man, they really have a death wish or something. Alright, we'll take out silly Arc Mogul here because I'm sick of looking at his eyeball. As we crit him in the face. For... Wow, yeah, that's a lot of damage. And Murr, if she gets strength and speed on her last level up, will cap both of those. She has already capped defense. Yeah, she could potentially cap strength and speed as well. Which I will not be opposed to. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. She needs one more kill to get to max rank. And again, I think I'm probably going to have her help deal with Morva. Just because. We'll go ahead and move everybody in. These death goyles will follow behind, but they're behind, so we'll just get everybody through the thick woods here as best we can, at any rate. Thankfully, again, Naomi does not have as much trouble getting through them because she is a ranger. I'm going to take that shine staff back away from Tethys, so we have some method of attacking with Mulder here. Is anybody hurt? Franz is down a little tiny bit, but not very much. I guess we'll use Tethys to help get everybody else through the woods. Like Rennick, who shouldn't be fighting anyway. Again, I'm not really sure why I brought him. We will have Miss Lute decimate this poor sod. How close is she to leveling Anima? Very close. As long as I don't get hit by stone in the process... then I should rank up to S. Might need to kill the white too, but that's okay. Nope, no 13% dodge for you. Or 13% hit, rather. Alright, let's see if that did it. Nope, not quite. So she is going to have to kill the white as well to get to S rank, but that should do it. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. No question. Let's see how La Rochelle fares against the Draco Zombie here, because I'm curious. Oh, that's right. She doesn't have enough hit points to take a hit from him. So we actually can't use La Rochelle against him at all, which is very disappointing, to say the least. I guess she'll just have to be on station as a healer. That's fine. We're going to need a lot of those to contend with that jerk face. And she reaches S rank on a crit, because why the heck not? Not quite a level, but almost. There we go. That's going to be S rank in Anima for Lute, so now she can wield the mighty Excalibur. And I love me some Excalibur Tome. Oh, this might actually get her last level up. Probably should have brought a Dragon Spear or some kind of dragon-effective weapons with me. I mean, I guess they're in my convoy. I can go grab them. I've got a Dragon Spear, a Worm Slayer, and a Dragon Axe. There we go. Capped strength. Not quite capped speed, but dang near almost. So yeah, Murr is as strong as she'll ever be. I don't know if she has the speed to double hit Morva here. She might. I'll have to double check. We'll have Nimi run back up here and deal with those jerkwads. I don't like looking at their faces. Franz is going to be useless against Demon King, against Morva probably. Unfortunately, so we'll leave him back here to deal with the other Death Goyles in case any more pop out. I think that's the last of them, but I don't know for certain. So we'll just smack him in the face once with a steel axe. I get the feeling that Kyle might have been better than Franz if I'd bothered to train him in the long term, but that's okay. So yeah, there's maxed out Murr for the most part here. It's really annoying that the rest of her stats are odd numbers, but it is what it is. she's definitely going to be very... Let's see what Morva's stats are. I didn't bother to look. She's got 13 speed. And obviously he's not slowed down because Khan of 25, so... Going to need 17 speed to double at the minimum. So anybody with less than that probably shouldn't fight him. I don't think there's anybody on my team with less than 17 speed except for Gilliam. Franz has got 20, Nami's got 17 exactly, Lute's got 18. Yeah, everybody on my team can double at Morva except for Gilliam. That's pretty funny. So obviously we know he doesn't move because he would have gone after La Rochelle by now. So we can kind of close in around him with impunity. Which I'm going to do. We're going to have... We might have Ephraim and Erica deal the final blow to him if I'm being totally honest with you guys. One of the two of them. Since they have epically amazing Sacred Twin weapons. I guess a lot of my team does now. I might get everybody... No, everybody's pretty much fielded up. There's very few people that aren't, so... I guess we can heal La Rochelle for the 5 hit points that she's missing. No big deal there. We're going to leave Rennick as far away as possible. Not like, you know, far enough away that we can't reach him if we need to, but more Moguls, really? There's just an acre of you fellas, isn't there? Alright, well in that case, we'll let Nami have some more fun. Since I want to get her to S rank with bows as quickly as possible. Although I don't think it's likely to happen for some time. Unfortunately. What turn are we on anyway? I'm out of curiosity. We are on turn 14. I'm willing to bet that's the last of the reinforcements. I don't think they're going to send any more silly Moguls at us. I could be wrong about that, but... Well, let's have Mulder finish that one off. Let him do something that isn't just healing people. I could let La Rochelle have the other one because I want to get her weapon rank up as high as I can. It'd be awesome if I could get her to S rank by next chapter. I don't think it's going to happen, but at the very least I could get her to A rank. That'd be cool. Then she could use Aura. Not that she needs to use Aura. Aura will just slow her down too much. I mean, yeah, look how close she is to A already. That's ridiculous. Started out with D when I walked in here. Alright, well, I'm just going to close everybody in around Mr. Demon Face here. Let's give Excalibur to loot. That's going to slow her down quite a bit, I think. Yeah, that puts her speed down by 7, but it gives her +5, so it only puts her speed down by 2. She still has 1 point shy of doubling with Excalibur. Bummer. Actually, she'll get killed anyway because Wretched Air does 36 and she's got 28 hit points. So again, I cannot use loot against the Demon King either. I keep saying Demon King. He's not the Demon King. He's a Draco zombie. How does Myrrh fare against him out of curiosity? Oh. Alright, so she utterly annihilates him without any repercussions. Well, I guess if I need a cinch against Morva here, I can just use Myrrh to utterly annihilate him. How does Garrick fare? Very well. He kills him outright also. How does Ephraim do? Also kills him outright. Can't even miss. That's the scary thing. Alright, so he's not nearly as difficult as I thought he was going to be. Let's wait one more turn, see if more reinforcements show up. They do not. So let's just put this guy out of his misery. Who is lowest level on my team right now? That can actually kill the guy. Garrick's only level 5. I think I'll let him do it. Nami probably can't punch through him, and she's got too little HP anyway, so no, we don't want that. Actually, she could kill him. That's the funny thing. She could kill him if she could actually survive the hit from him. But she can't, so that's there. At any rate, we're going to let Garrick go to town on this dude and get him finished up. Garrick won't die, and I will double hit and kill him without any issue. So let's do it. You see Morva just looks like a... Wow, he crit too. Just looks like a plague-ridden Myrrh almost. Alright, so that was the Draco zombie boss of the chapter. A little underwhelming considering I killed him in a single blow, but... get a nice level up for Garrick out of it, too. Alright, so that's going to be it. We'll seize this here gate and move on to the final chapter. Yes, the Demon King is here. Let us waste no time, as you say. Oh, poor Myrrh. Yes, the Demon King is here. Prince of Frailty. That's an interesting title for him. Wow. Okay, so he's just completely pure evil. I don't know what I would have expected from something called the Demon King. But at any rate, this is where we stop for now, and next time we resume with the last chapter. This is it. So we're coming up on it, and I will see you guys for that final chapter in the next episode. So until then, thank you very much for sticking with me thus far. I really do appreciate it. We're going to get this wrapped up, hopefully in the next week. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. But until then, as I said, thank you for watching. This has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.